Mathematics becomes a very useful tool that helps everyone to survive. Every day we use mathematics in solving, analyzing, and even counting data. Today, we will learn about the variation, deviation, and etc. Some of the very useful concepts of mathematics. Now, let's proceed and watch our video. There will be no foolish one or silly incantation in this class. Wingardium Leviosa. And such, I do not expect many of you to understand and appreciate science and the subtle of mathematics in this world of wizard. Mr. Pata, you're late again. I will take 50 points from Gryffindor.
But sir, that's unfair.
Today, let's open our mind to understand what is measures of variation. Variation may include the range, quartile deviation, the interquartile range, mean deviation, variance, and standard deviation. Now moving forward, what is range? Range is the difference between the highest score and the lowest score. For example, if we have 10 students from Gryffindor and we have 20 students from Slytherin, and we have 25 students from Hufflepuff and 30 students from Ravenclaw. To get the range, we just need to subtract the lowest score from the highest number. So 30 takeaways of 10 students, the answer must be Mr. Pata. Now, let's proceed to what is interquartile range. Interquartile range is the difference between the 75 of our percentile and the 25 of our percentile. For example, if we have 25.5, 75 percentile, and we have 50.2 as our 25 percentile, 50.2 takeaways of 25.5, the answer must be 24.7. Now, so much with Evanesco.
Wingardium Leviosa Skadoosh!
You, Mr. Pata, you are extraordinarily like your father. Your father was also exceedingly arrogant, strutting about the castle. Anything to share in my class, Mr. Pata? How much do you know about variation?
Yes, sir. The mean deviation is a measure of variation that make use of all scores in the distribution, where x is the numbers of distribution, and m7 is the mean, n is the number of observation. Standard deviation, most important and useful in the measure of deviation. For ungrouped data, step A, calculate for the mean. Step B, get the difference between score and mean, then square the difference. Step C, get the sum of the square deviation in step B. Step D, substitute in the formula. That's all, sir.
Oh, very good. It is easy to see that nearly 13 years of magical education, Mr. Pata, have not been wasted on you. 15 points from Gryffindor. Wingardium Leviosa. Now let's proceed.
Sir, Z-score.
That's the second time you have spoken out of turn, Miss Granger. Anything to share in my class?
Yes, sir. Z-score helps to identify and describe the exact amount relation of each score in this distribution. For example, let's say you have a test score of 65 with a normal distribution. The test has a mean of 69 and a standard deviation of 4.0. To formulate this, we use the z is equal to x minus m over standard deviation. X is substitute to 65 and m is substitute to 69. So we probably get the negative 4. Next step is the negative 4 divided by the standard deviation is negative 1. This means that the number of standard deviation is below the mean in this distribution. That's all, sir.
Anything else, Miss Granger? Or can you tell me, are you incapable of restraining yourself, or do you take pride of being a know-it-all student here in our class?
Sir, I'm just sharing my knowledge.
Enough, Miss Granger. Now, Ginny Weasley, the Muggle Blood Witch, stand up and tell me what you know about probabilities and distribution.
Yes, sir. You are asking me about what my knowledge about probability and normal distribution. Well, normal curve distribution in statistics is a normal distribution called normal curve, Gaussian distribution, bell curve because of its shape. So the probability is the area under the curve. Z distribution has a mean of 0 and variance of 1. So the empirical rule tells you what percentage of your data fell within the mean from 68, 95, and 97. So there are two types of probability, the discrete probability distribution and continuous probability distribution. So we can use this probability and normal distribution in identifying probable outcomes on a certain things. So for example, if you get score of 90 in math and 95 in English, you might think that you are better in English than in math. However, in math, your score is 2 standard deviation above the mean. Meanwhile, in English, it's only 1 standard deviation above the mean. So based on this data, you actually perform better in math than in English.
Now, moving forward, before I dismiss your class, I am old enough that I will not forget the report of Miss Luna Lovegood. Can you please discuss your topic right here and right now? And please make it quick and prepare for your defense against the dark arts subject.
In this time, I will discuss correlation analysis, which is a technique used to quantify the associations between two continuous variables. For example, we might want to quantify the association between body mass index and systolic blood pressure, or between hours of exercise per week and percent body fat. Moreover, regression analysis is a related technique to assess the relationship between an outcome variable and one or more risk factors or confounding variables. The outcome variable is also called the response or dependent variable, and the risk factors and confounders are called predictors or explanatory or independent variables. In regression analysis, the dependent variable is denoted y and the independent variables are denoted by x. Additionally, simple linear regression is a technique that is appropriate to understand the association between one independent or predictor variable and one continuous dependent or outcome variable. For example, suppose we want to assess the association between total cholesterol and body mass index, where total cholesterol is the dependent variable and BMI is the dependent variable. In regression analysis, the dependent variable is denoted y and the independent variable is denoted x. So in this case, y is equal to total cholesterol and x is equal to BMI.
Well done, Miss Lovegood. 50 points for Gryffindor. And now, again prepare for your defense against the dark arts subject. And stop stuttering around the castle, Mr. Potter. Mark my words.